What's up, guys? It's Will here. So today, you know, we're gonna cover the mysterious all-seeing eye as the world keeps spinning and people start figuring out which way they're gonna go spiritually. Are they gonna follow the world or are they gonna follow God? We tend to see some things in common with the world views and how the devil is trying to manipulate everybody. So today's message is going to be the mysterious all-seeing eye. You've probably seen it on the dollar bill. We've seen it hundreds and hundreds of times. But yeah, so let's get into it. All right, guys. So there's going to be 5 basic meanings to this one eye. So let's get it started. The number 1 meaning, we have a fundamental meaning. What this basically means is it indicates that the eye symbolizes Lucifer. So whenever you're watching a movie or you got like a movie title or somebody, just came out with a new album, make sure you're looking at it. Make sure, I'm not telling you everybody's a puppet, but more than 75% of the people in the industry nowadays are at least, being watched and are puppets and are in this organization to bring down the corrupt Christian community and God himself. Because you listen to Ray Shrimmer. I used to be a big hip hop fan. I used to listen to a lot of rap music. I actually used to make rap music myself. I still do, but it's all based off Christian views and what God's telling me to say. But what basically they promote is women, and they like to call the women a bitch, that new song that had no type and no flex zone. Well, basically what they're promoting is getting drunk, getting high, and, that's the good life. And really, to be honest, the good life is right here with God. We don't need all these possessions and riches and fame. And you can take Isaiah 14:12 through 14. The basic principle of that is I will be like the Most High. So what it's basically telling you is the devil or Lucifer or Satan is going to be exactly like God, but he's not God. He's going to resemble him. He's going to look like him, not look like features and facial and stuff like that, but he's going to, almost look like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I'm new to this and I'm just going off what I wrote down. So basically, who is Lucifer? Lucifer is the god of evil. He is the evil of this world. He has made this world so evil and so depressed. That's why you see so many people running around here mad and angry at each other. It's just like, it's ridiculous. Lucifer is another name for Satan. So when you hear Satan or Lucifer, they both mean the same thing. Basically, Lucifer means bright star, the one who shines bright, the morning star, the star of the dawn. If you hear any of that, then they're referring to Lucifer. There's no coincidence that the bill has the pyramid with an eye singled out of it with the light shown around it. So you would think that, they would have all this Masonic symbolism on the dollar bill with the pyramid, and then they got the sun rays behind it. But if you read the Bible specifically, it tells you that this is going to be the symbol of the wicked. This will be the symbol that the devil will use because, it was actually God's symbol at first, but the devil uses it against him, and you see it every day, and we really don't notice it until somebody has to point it out for us, just like I am right now. So just remember that and keep that in mind the next time you download an iTunes album, or you listen to a new story, or you listen to or you're watching a movie. Movies and album covers and magazine covers are 3 of the most like basic ways they can come in, and they show it in plain sight. They hide it in plain sight. It's right there in your face, but you're not going to notice it. You see all these people, and these people who are successful, they're following an agenda. They're following this agenda. It's no coincidence, no surprise that they're throwing up the one eye symbolism and all this other stuff. They're doing it for a reason, because what the devil wants you to think is, okay, the devil is deceiving you. He's showing you all this great stuff, these money, possessions, houses, cars, these women, but there's a price you're going to have to pay. And basically throwing up the symbolism and representing that you're a part of what he's trying to promote on this world is the one eye symbolism and all that bad stuff, not the good stuff. That's why you hear him, man. I'm so enlightened. I'm so illuminated. Well, one, because they're puppets of the Illuminati. I mean, basic calculations, no math, and when they're enlightened, they know the truth. They know exactly what's going off, but they know exactly what's going on, but they just hide it, and they don't want their fans to know. When you hear secular music, what do you think when you hear secular music? You're gonna hear music that has no religious beliefs and no beliefs in God Himself. So you're gonna hear songs that talk down on women, degrade them. You're gonna always hear people talking about money and how fast their cars are, how many cars and houses they have, and in reality, that doesn't make any sense to God. God is like, why, why aren't you out giving money or giving food to other people? Why are you out buying meaningless possessions that mean nothing? So just remember that, guys. And another thing I want to say is these people, basically these successful people you look up to every day in our world, they're trying to be another entity. They want to supposedly be greater than God Himself. That's what the devil is trying to do. And as the devil continues to fall deeper and deeper into hell, he is trying to drag along every single body he can. He wants as many people coming with him as he can. And I'm just here to tell you, start running away from that. Stop looking to the world for help. Start praying and asking God for help, okay? So on to number 2, we have a practical meaning. This goes back to the Garden of Eden, when Adam and Eve came down from God, and He made the 2 humans. So you can take Genesis 3:5 from this. The serpent is deceiving Eve that by eating the fruit, you will not die. That's the one crazy thing. Satan actually means to deceive. So when you see things that are promoting Satanism or promoting, evil to be good, that's the devil deceiving you. He is deceiving you that this thing is good, and you want to stray far away from that. But your eyes shall be opened, and you shall become as gods, knowing good and evil. So basically what he's saying is, when your eyes be opened, you shall become as God. You should want to be like God. You should know good and evil. That's exactly what I just said in the fundamental meaning. These artists and these people who are being used in these puppets, they know exactly what's going on, but they did what they wanted to do, and they wanted all this fame and riches and stuff, so that's why they're so far. They can't come back, and that's one thing God said: as soon as you take the mark of the beast, or as soon as you go with the devil, you're turning everything against God. So I encourage you to stop what you're doing right now and look at your life and say, would God like what I'm doing right now? Okay, so just take that advice, because that's what I did, and God's been talking to me ever since, and that's why I'm starting to make these videos right now, because this is God. He's working in me. So the evil in our world today is so deceived to be as good, but the followers of Christ should know these beliefs are evil. As soon as we see these entities and these artists and these people who are promoting good, but the good is evil, and we should already know that. We should already snap our fingers and be like, okay, turn that TV off. Okay, turn that music video off. I don't need to see anymore. I know exactly what they're promoting. And what's worse is we as Christians and we as people of God are starting to follow so hard on beliefs of Satanism and beliefs of what the world is. We celebrate Halloween. We celebrate the Easter Bunny on Easter. Man, are you serious? Are you serious? And I think it's so funny the world came up with Santa Claus on Christmas. Do you want to know what Santa means? If you rearrange the letters of Santa, it actually means Satan. I'm being dead serious. If you haven't thought about that already, you need to start thinking about what you're putting in your ears and what you're watching, okay? So when they start putting stuff on TV, what they're actually doing is they're putting these things on, and the TV and the people who come out with the TV programs, they've been manipulated and ran back through and processed at least a million times before they're even aired. Okay, so as they're aired, you have to watch out for what they're putting on there. You have to watch out for what's coming through, and there's so much subliminal messaging and so much subliminal stuff coming through that we don't even know. So that's just why one reason I don't even watch the TV. I remember back in the 80s, I wasn't even born, but there was an article that read it was a rock and roll band. If you have ever heard of backwards masking, it's a difficult topic to understand, but once you understand it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. They were basically saying these bands would backwards mask their tracks. So whatever you hear on the radio is actually the backwards version of the forwards version. So that forwards version, from being backwards, has subliminal messages. But our brain tends to, leave the subliminal messages underneath our conscious. And when we decide to do stuff, it's basically coming from those subliminal messages. It has promoted us to do these things. So kids were upping and increasing smoking marijuana, and their parents were wondering why are they doing this? Well, it was because the songs weren't actually saying to go smoke marijuana. It was underneath the backwards mask and subliminal message that it was saying to smoke marijuana. So that's one of the crazy things I figured out when they were talking about it. But backwards masking is basically, they take a song, how people go in, have a beat, and they record it. Well, I'm just gonna tell you right now, it's demons, okay? It's demons. I'm 100% sure. They go in, and the song you hear on the radio that sounds like it's being played forwards is actually the backwards version of the forwards song. So the forward song is actually backwards, and it has so many things. It's weird, okay? You just need to look it up for yourself, and once you understand it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.